Visual of the plugin element in Maven. Here you can see the visual of plugin element. With types of plugin, broadly plugins are of two types. Built plugins configured in a POM for project POM under the build element. Such plugins are executed as part of the default build lifecycle. Reporting plugins configured as the project POMs under reporting element. Such plugins are executed as part of the site lifecycle. Furthermore, plugins can be classified as core plugins where goals are bound to the core phases, clean, compile, install resources, etc. Packaging plugins related to output artifact packaging. Examples include plugins EAR, Java, etc. Reporting plugins related to the site lifecycle and used to generate reports. Examples include check style, Javadoc, project info, reports, etc. Tooling plugins related to general tooling during the Maven execution. Examples include assembly help, enforce tools chain, etc. Plugin from Maven versus custom plugins. The official Maven plugins developed as part of the Apache Maven have standard naming convention. Plugin short name plugin. This naming convention is reserved as should not be used by plugins which do not have a group ID of org.apache.maven.plugins and are not found on the Maven repository under org/apache/maven/plugins directory. Plugins developed with other group IDs typically have the name of plugin short name -maven -plugin. Standard plugins from Apache Maven have consistent site structure under common site https maven.apache.org plugins index .html. Each plugin landing page has a few menu items under its navigation panel. Introduction page which provide an overview of the plugin. The goals page which lists all goals defined by the plugin and a deep explanation of goals intent. The usage page provides configuration options and any relevant information regarding constraint for the plugin. An FAQ page is for responses for frequently asked questions. There are additional pages for license and download of the plugin as well. In addition to the standard menu items, the plugin landing page can provide links to examples and project documentation. The plugin site is the best way to start understanding plugin provided by Apache Maven. Plugins developed by external to Apache Maven should attempt to follow the similar conventions to ensure easier implementation by users. How to use plugins in the project POM. The plugins are configured in POM under either build or the reporting or the profiles, then profile element. The plugin can be located using standard Maven GAV group artifact version coordinates. In addition to the location coordinates, the plugin has few other elements that are optional. Extensions. The extension flag to an extension. The extensions is a flag to determine if Maven extensions from the plugin should be loaded. The value is a true or false. However, the current data type in the schema is a string for some technical reasons. The default value is the false and it is rarely enabled. Typical use cases for enabling this is when defining custom lifecycle or packaging types. Inherited is a boolean flag that is true by default. As with extension, the data type in the schema is a string. Setting inherited to false prevent propagation of the configuration to any child POM of the current one. Executions. The execution is a complex element and contains set of execution elements. As its core, Maven executes such definitions. The execution specified the set of goals to execute defining during the life cycle. The execution is a complex element that has a unique ID, a phase to bind, and one or more goals to an inherited flag, similar to the one defined for a plugin, and also set as a string data type. The goals element, which is set a string goal element that are bound to the phase, and the generic configuration element. Dependencies is a complex element and contains a set of dependency elements. The dependency defines the listed the dependency elements. Configuration is a complex element which allows for a free form DOM configuration used by the plugin. Configuration specified specifics are typically listed and recommended in case of custom plugins in the usage page for a given plugin. Plugin inheritance. Plugins have inheritance logic similar to dependencies. A plugin declared in a parent POM is inherited into the child POM unless the parent declared inheritance flag to false. Setting the inheritance flags to false break the inheritance. In addition, the plugin management section in the POM functions the same way of dependency management works for a dependency. There's currently no equivalent in a build of materials for a plugin, although there is an open source issue for introducing such facility. Mixing Maven plugin, not officially an Apache Maven plugin, but the mixing -Maven plugin deserved a special mention. The plugin allows for including multiple plugin management sections without needing to inherit the plugins from a single parent. Using this plugin allows a build behavior to be made more modular. Here you can see the Maven POM plugins. Here you can see group ID, artifact ID, version, extensions, and inherited. Here the executions, and under execution and execution is there, and under execution ID, pace, inheritors, and goals, and configuration. Under goals you can see goal. Here you can see dependencies and configuration. Now this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for watching it.